Welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. This is your host Fred Hart, and in this episode I will be doing a video response to ArtisanTony's video Gunning for 100 contest. What he's looking for is 5 different guns to reestablish his gun collection. So I went ahead and selected 5. And what I was thinking was, since he's reestablishing it, he needs a good base, a good foundation to build this new collection upon. And trying to find 5 and pick 5, that's a lot of money. So I'm trying to keep the cost down is one thing in the back of my mind. And I'm thinking flexibility. Until you build up your collection, you want these guns to do as much as they can. So you want them to be flexible, have a lot of aftermarket parts to go ahead and expand your functionality. So with that mindset, these are my selections, and I hope you think they're good. First is for handgun, for possible CCW. I recommend the Glock 23. This is the medium size. It can be used for CCW, which you had mentioned. It is 40 caliber. However, you can get aftermarket barrels and make it into a 9mm or make it into a 22 even if you wanted to. A lot of flexibility in this gun. You can get all kinds of aftermarket parts that will allow you to change the trigger pull. You can make it heavier or lighter, and abundance of different sights. It has a rail. You could put a flash or a light on there, or a laser. So that is my selection for handgun. Next is a rifle. You were looking for something that's not a 22, and I recommend the AR-15. This is America's rifle, the utility rifle. It is not an assault rifle because it's not an automatic. So the AR-15 is probably the most flexible and modular rifle out there. You can get it as inexpensively as $600–700. My DPMS, I put about $800 into it. You could start out with an inexpensive base and build upon it. Now, I do recommend getting it in 5.56, not 2.23. And in a video earlier, I had stated that if you get a 5.56, you could shoot 2.23 in it, so you could shoot both. It's a very flexible rifle, an abundance of ammunition, relatively inexpensive compared to other rifle ammunition, and there's a lot of ammo out there for it. And there's a lot of aftermarket parts out there, and you can get a telescoping stock, so you can fit it to anybody in the family. So it's not just you who can enjoy it, it could be your whole family. Next is a shotgun. Again, sticking to my theme, I say the Remington 870 with the Mossberg 500 right behind it. There are so many aftermarket parts for these shotguns. I do recommend 12 gauge because that is the most inexpensive of the different shotgun shells out there. And for the kids, you can always get light loads. It is a pump, by the way, the 870 Remington. And you can get aftermarket stocks and change it up, and you can put a shorter stock on there for the Utes and other family members. So very flexible rifle. It's been around for a long time. It has a great proven track record, as all of these recommendations do, by the way. Okay, next is a small bore rifle, and I'm recommending the Ruger 1022. Now this isn't a youth model. They might have a youth model, I'm not sure, but you can definitely get an aftermarket stock or a telescopic stock for it. There are, so many different aftermarket parts for this also, that you can get it to fit anybody in the family if you want. It is a semi-automatic, and I love mine, and they have a proven track record that goes back to 1964, so they've been around a long time, and they are still one of the most popular 22 rifles out there to today. And last but not least, for the just for fun category, I recommend on personal experience the Buckmark, the Browning Buckmark. This is a 22 also, but this thing is fun because it is so accurate. There's certain models that are just so comfortable to shoot, and you know, I put a red dot on mine and I'm shooting little targets at 50 yards with this thing. It's absolutely incredible. I probably experienced more joy shooting that pistol than any other gun in my collection, and I could shoot all day because it's just a 22 and it's cheap. 550 rounds, downrange will cost you 20 bucks, and it's ate everything that I've fed it. No jamming problems or anything. Simple blowback design. It's not as hard as some guns to strip and clean, but it's a lot easier than others. So it's in the middle of the road for maintenance, but for accuracy in its price range, it cannot be beat. None of these are extremely expensive, but they are. You could make them as expensive as you want. You can just build upon these things and make them all into race guns if you want to. So I hope you find this useful, and for those of you who are thinking about starting a collection, this would be my basic recommendation, give or take one or two there, of what you should get for starting your own collection. I'm sure many folks have different opinions. This is very opinionated, and I'm sure there are many folks out there that think that I am way out in left field and I don't know what I'm talking about, and others will probably agree. It is just a matter of opinion. And I do know, and I don't want to diss any 1911 folks, but a 1911 is definitely something that should be in your base collection. I think every collection should have a 1911 also. But I think in the case that he wants the CCW, I think the Glock 23 sort of pushes the 1911 out barely. You know, I mean, in some cases, 1911, you know, it's skinny. It's not a bad CCW either. But I think for building a base collection, I think the 23 is probably a little more ideal, filling the CCW role also. And being able to change the barrel to a 9mm or a 22, that greater flexibility is why I really I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. So I hope you enjoyed this second special edition of the Gear Obsession channel. Again, this is my video response to ArtisanTony's gunning for 100. He's coming up, or probably over 100 subs by now, and he has a great channel, and I highly recommend that you go visit it. If you like it, please sub. I will provide the link. Where did freaking YouTube put it now? Okay, I think it's down there this week, and see ya.